Yeah, no, no.
You can't be a fat dad, bro. You can't be a fat dad.
No, you can't. No.
It just makes life way worse.
Yeah, yeah, you got to.
Yeah, 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 man.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah. Welcome, guys. Welcome to this next YouTube video. And it's been a minute, but I wanted to walk you through just a day of like dieting, especially dieting for a photo shoot. I think it's really, I always tell clients, I think it's an amazing goal and an amazing thing to like shoot for or like have a deadline for, because it just puts urgency on, you know, having a specific goal, right? Doing a photo shoot is like you pay for it. It leaves no room for error, right? So the reason why I want to show you this is just because I want you guys to see how exactly I'm dieting, and I want you to understand the reasons behind it and all that stuff. So why I decided to do a photo shoot. The last photo shoot I did was literally just about exactly the same time as this photo shoot that I'm doing now. So like last photo shoot I did was like mid-December. This photo shoot, and that was last year in 2024. This photo shoot's going to be sometime in probably like late November. The whole reasoning behind this is because my coach and my mentor, Luke, he's coming to visit me for 2 weeks here in Texas in like November 22nd, like so right before Thanksgiving. And he's been dieting pretty hard, and he was like, dude, he's like, we need to clean it up a bit in terms of like just trim off some body fat, just because he was like, I don't want to make you look like a fatty, which you know, I'm probably like, when I first started this was literally like a week and a half ago, probably anywhere between a true like 13 and 15% body fat, which honestly, if we're being real, like that's actually like a really like good place to be. And honestly, like a lot of guys would just love to be in that place, right? You might like to be in that place. And yeah, it's just like, for me, I've like the way I end up, you know, a little bit like 13, 15% body fat, it's easy for me to stay there. My body just like kind of likes to stay there. I could stay at probably 10 to 12% body fat year round, no problem, if I'm tracking my food, if I'm, you know, really diligent. I've gotten to the place where, you know, for probably like 6 months, I was really just enjoying training. You know, my wife makes amazing food, amazing meals. So literally I would just make sure I'm getting my protein in, making sure I'm hitting everything. Like lifestyle factors don't change. I'm still doing all the basics. I'm still taking like all the supplements. But yeah, it's always good to just sharpen the axe. I've been in the industry 20 plus years. It's like, it's always good to show like proof of concept, even though I've done this time and time again. It's good also to have my coach, Luke, you know, just guiding me through this, and just almost more so like having that like person to stay accountable to, like even, it just brings me up a higher level, right? Like iron sharpens iron. And that's why I'm so big on having a coach. I think it's massively important in all areas of life, right? That's how you get ahead. That's how you can keep growing. And I mean, that's what makes this fun. You know what I mean? Like pushing to new limits and seeing what you're capable of. So I'm gonna go in here in a second and train, but how I am dieting right now. So he has me on protein sparing modified fasting, and literally for the first, and I'll post some of my my screenshots of like my chronometer and how I'm dieting. But my calories on average for the last week, I started this about a little over a week ago. Calories on average are like 15. I mean, I'm hitting like on average 1,500 calories, and then most of that is from whole food, maybe a shake here and there, but it's extremely high. It's 250, 260 protein, so like moderate to high protein. I weigh 205 pounds at the time. I'm doing about 25 net carbs or less, and then I'm also doing about 50 grams of fat, right? So 1,600 calories is like the breakdown, but that he has me on. But typically I'm hitting like maybe 1,500 on average. I was at 1,500 for like the last week, which is low, guys. But the thing I want you guys to understand, I have everything else fucking dialed in. My training is like low volume. I'm not killing myself. My supplements are dialed in. My sleep is absolutely dialed in. Everything is still dialed in. I'm having bowel movements, making sure I'm going to the bathroom every day. Everything's dialed in. If you're going to do a form of dieting like this, I would argue you need the lifestyle in place already. You need the like everything supporting in place. Like it's not gonna happen. Like you're gonna falter. You're not gonna last on this. And I'm not gonna stay on this forever. Like this is a 5-week sprint, so to speak, but 2 weeks of like extremely low carb meals I'm making them more fun, so to speak. But yeah, like it doesn't, like I'm gonna do this for about 2 weeks, and then we're gonna start cycling some carbohydrates back in and working the process. So this is gonna take me from what I'm aiming for is like, number one, beating last year's photo shoot, just being a bit leaner than last year, which I was pretty lean. But number two is taking myself from 13 to 15% body fat down to ideally sub 10, if I can. I think I can. But that's the goal, you know? And I think after this, personally for me, like, because already I can just feel a difference in terms of visually, like mentally, I am gonna be even more diligent with tracking post-shoot, photo shoot. Just because I think that everything else is better when you are massively aware of like what you're putting in your body, right? Like it just makes sense. And once you get in a rhythm, I'll tell you, the first week of any type of diet, nutrition, whatever you're doing, the first week, I would say the first 3 to 5 days. If we want to break that down, the first 3 days, absolutely the hardest. So if you can get over the hurdle of like the first 3 days, the first 5 days, the first 7 days, and stick to your commitments, that is where you start to really reap the rewards of your effort and your work. I'm gonna go in the gym. I'm gonna try to walk you guys through some of the things I'm doing, but we'll see how it goes, and I'll get you after that. All right, so all I'm doing here is 2 sets on each exercise, starting with a leg extension, leg curl. Very simple. More or less just taking these exercises to complete failure. Just to, again, stimulate, not annihilate, just because my diet is taking care of the excess body, the little bit of body fat that I have left, right? So It's literally really short rest periods. Just getting in and out, okay? Problem is a lot of guys just literally they're winging it. They're winging their workouts. They're winging their nutrition. And then it's like, what happens is a lot of times, even guys that think they're eating, you know, maybe a lot of guys are eating too little, but honestly, I think a lot of guys are just in this perpetual cycle of like thinking they're eating a lot less than they really are. They'll train really hard and they're just not. Again, the nutrition is what moves the needle. The training is what actually will sculpt the actual physique, right? Like what you look like in a shirt, stuff like that. So a lot of guys are just doing like way too much random shit, you know, random volume. Doesn't really add up to anything. So all right, good stuff. Just keeping the reps real fucking smooth. 2 down, 2 up. Trying to get this in the quads, my feet a little lower. All right, just got done training. I'm a little bit out of breath, but it was like, again, low volume, less than 30 minutes in and out. Just taking 2 sets, more or less to failure, or close to, like very close to failure. And that's it. Now we're gonna go grocery shopping. I got a few things I gotta pick up really quick, show you what I'm gonna grab there, and then back home, just to hopefully prep my first meal before I have my first call, and then we'll just go through the day. So I'll see you when we get to the grocery store. So, I mean, the biggest thing that I'm really looking to get from HEB here is just lettuce. I need a ton of lettuce, at least 3 or 4 different ones. So I really like this butter lettuce, really simple. And then let's see here. We'll also get some. Show you my other favorite here. So these are the shit right here. They're romaine, baby red, and arugula. November 3rd. So I'll get a couple of these. This will last me at least those will last me at least a few days. And then, so one of these will last me typically like 1 day if I have two big salads. So this will last me about 2 meals. So I'll also get a spinach and spring mix blend as well. So that should be good. And then I'll get a couple more meats. I'll probably get like some ground turkey, probably get a little more ground beef, but I have some stuff at home already. So yeah, and that's really it. Like I don't need a ton of stuff. I don't need to make it crazy. Just need the basics, you know? That's really all I need. All right, so I mean, the biggest thing that I'm really looking to get from HEB here is just lettuce. I need a ton of lettuce, at least 3 or 4 different ones. So I really like this butter lettuce, really simple. And then let's see here. We'll also get some. We also got some fat-free mozzarella, which is, again, when your calories are where they're at, and you're just trying to like top out your protein and stay low on everything else. Even though you can't really taste it, it's more about the texture more than anything. So this stuff right here is like my downfall. If I wasn't dieting, like just like chips and all kinds of easy stuff to eat, you know what I mean? So, but now we're gonna get some energy drinks. So especially like my last few preps when I've been dieting pretty hard, I do like to have at least usually just like one energy drink a day. Because it honestly just like, it curbs the hunger, keeps me going strong. I really like the Ghost Cherry Limeade. It's a great flavor, brings back memories from childhood. And then I also really like, let me take you over here. These are probably the GOAT right here, Gorilla Mines. My favorite flavor is definitely, I think, black cherry. And yeah, I think we'll get another black cherry because that is the best flavor in my opinion. So, boom, right there, black cherry. Not sponsored by Gorilla Mind. So yeah, that's all I really needed. So a little meat, veggies, and fat-free cheese, and some energy drinks. Let's get the fuck out of here. All right, guys. So we are back home. Right when I got home, I have cleaners at the house cleaning the entire house. So I was in a rush to get on a call really quick. So I just had a quick protein shake, 45 grams of protein with some creatine, 5 grams, and half an ounce of walnuts, raw walnuts. Exciting, I know, but it was just enough while the cleaners are here, just enough to like get me over the hump. They'll probably be here at this point for another 30 minutes to an hour. So after that, I'm going to try to, it's like 11 o'clock Central right now. I'm going to try to delay my next, like my first whole food meal to like 1 o'clock, which is 2 hours from now. The thing about this diet, guys, like I said, you need to have everything in place first from a big rock standpoint, your digestion, your stress management, your sleep, all of that stuff. I would not recommend doing this if you are new to training or if you are, you're still working on those habits, because it's just, you're going to get thrown out of whack and you're just going to be absolutely miserable. Now, if you do have those things in place and the first week, like I said, the first 3 days are probably the toughest, but if you can get through the first week, hunger literally becomes non-existent. Now, until you get to like, let's say a proper 12% body fat, then you're probably gonna start to have a little bit of hunger, like maybe like in the evening, okay? Then when you get like closer to that like 10, 11% body fat, you're gonna probably have a little bit of hunger come in maybe like midday. Once you get down to like a true single digit body fat, like a true single digit body fat, as my coach describes it, the hunger when you are at that level is like kind of like a Taliban style hunger. You're just always hungry. And it makes a lot of sense. Like, literally when you're a single digit body fat, like that's why when you are leaner, you just tend to churn through carbohydrates much faster, much quicker. And it's like, there were times when I've had 500, 600 carbs a day, just like no problem. And I'm still absolutely ravenous just because my body is just like churning through it, right? Now, if I was eating that many carbs at that level of leanness, also my training would probably be a lot different than it is right now. My training right now, like I said, it's literally, like think of this, right? So I'm gonna pull up my phone really quick. I'll show you, I'll break it down for you, like my sessions, like literally yesterday's session, right? 2 sets of everything, 30-degree dumbbell incline press with a lean away pull down, a preacher curl with dumbbells, 2 sets, with tricep, 1 arm extensions, cable, and then pec deck for chest, again, 2 sets, paired with incline reverse fly at like a 30-degree incline. So just dumbbell incline reverse fly, just like leaned over, coming out, and that's it, right? 2 sets of everything, right? 2 sets, so 6 exercises, 2 sets of each thing, 2 hard sets, 12 to 15 reps. Again, this way of training is probably going to be at least for like 2 weeks. It might go longer than that. And then ultimately, like the first week was all about just depletion. So I followed a specific depletion style schedule. So literally, I was doing. Let's see here. So full body, right? I did 3 workouts a week. My first week, it was leg extension seated. I'll actually just show you what it looks like if you can see it. Oops. So 2 sets, you can literally see that 2 sets of everything, okay, which lasts me like 45 minutes. Doesn't take crazy long, but that was just literally to wipe out all the glycogen. So I could get, I haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure I'm in ketosis at this point, just with high, like people don't understand, you can be in ketosis with higher protein as well. I did add a little bit of T3 into my morning just to keep my body temperatures at a good place. Keeping track of body temperatures is a great strategy to really know how metabolism is functioning, along with like your liver, your gut, like everything needs to be working synergistically. So until, I mean, a certain point, like your level of leanness, your temperatures are going to start dropping a bit more, but waking temps should generally be like 97.6 or even up to 98, right around there. If it's like 97.4 here and there, like that's fine too, but you should see like a 0.5 to 1 point increase like post meal. Okay. That just means your body is like heating up. It's putting the food where it needs to go, all that stuff. Right. So I love tracking body temps with clients, with myself. It really gives you a good indicator of like how things are working overall. And like I said, at some point, if you are dieting to pretty hard extremes, like literally single digit body fat or lower, like close to like bodybuilding style, I'm just getting ready for a photo shoot. Like I have no desire at this point in my life to do another bodybuilding show. Time wise, dedication wise, I just, there's no point. Maybe in like 3 years when my kids are like 5, 6 years old, just to like show that daddy can, I'd like to share that experience with them, but at this point I really have no desire to. Just getting ready for a photo shoot. Like the thing I want to get across to you guys, it's really not that difficult to go from like 15 to 10. Like it literally comes down to just dialing some things in, and like the more you're supporting your body with all of these, like from proper supplementation, proper sleep, everything, like your body just works like a machine, right? And as a dad, like my energy, my focus, my cognition is so much better when I'm operating like, okay, cool, like I'm gonna have this for this meal, like boom, 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 rather than just like operating off of emotion and, looking for the quickest thing when it comes to food and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I had a protein shake, creatine, and a little bit of walnuts. So again, trying to keep calories very managed. So I'll have probably a meal at like 1 o'clock, and then I'll probably have a meal at like 5:30 with my family. And that'll be my day, right? Finishing off this week with, again, similar 1,500, 1,600 calories, 250 protein, 25 grams of net carbs or less, and then 50 grams of fat. And then after that, I'm going to start incorporating some carbohydrates, some higher days, just to, again, because the body's going to adapt, right? So we want to give the body like a little bump in terms of thyroid health, like making sure everything's on point, and I can continue chipping away body fat over the next like 4 weeks or so. So I'm going to do some work here, guys, and then I have some client stuff to catch up on. And then I will be, I'll touch base with you guys once I have my first actual whole food meal, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing there, and I'll see you then. Right, so what's up, guys? I'm going to go ahead and make my second meal. My first meal was just the protein shake and a little bit of walnuts. Now I'm having 96.4 ground beef, about 380 grams weighed out. I'm going to make a pretty big salad out of this, just to, again, like lettuce and salad and veggies at this point are just more so filler. I'm using this Baja Gold salt. I find it's really high quality salt. And yeah, this should give me like around 80 grams of protein for this meal. Just gonna chop this up nice. We're gonna have also some fat-free cheese along with that. Just like 28 grams on top of the salad. And then a few cucumbers. And then for my salad dressing, I'll probably end up making some of my Greek yogurt. Some Greek yogurt and this stuff, which is Thai peanut. One serving of this has only 1.5 grams of fat, and then it has nine carbs. So, I mean, I got to keep my carbs 25 or less. So a little bit of this. So like I'll use half a serving of this, the Greek yogurt, which is 3.5 carbs. And then this is like 9, so that'll be 12. And then I don't count the veggies that I'm eating, because it's really just filler. Like it's literally like negative calories because it takes your body so much work to actually digest it. But yeah, I'm pretty hungry. It's like almost 1:30 in the afternoon right now. So I will show you guys what it all looks like when it's all said and done. And this is a really easy way to, again, this is a little more extreme, right? But really easy way to fuel yourself, making sure you're getting like a ton of nutrition in while still keeping calories low, right? So, all right, so we are all done cooking. That took probably about 10 minutes to make everything, maybe a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but here's the finished product. Look at this. Why is the, okay, so you can't really see it. There we go. Check this out. Check this out. So we got greens, obviously arugula, romaine, different kinds of lettuce, cucumbers. We got mushrooms I just grilled up. We got my special dressing on top, which is Greek yogurt mixed with that peanut sauce. And then we have some nutritional yeast, right? So pretty straightforward. I mean, again, when it comes to this, the overall calories in this meal, I'm not exactly sure I got to put it in. It's probably going to be around like 400 or 500 because we got the beef, which is the bulk of the calories. It's 96.4, pretty much the leanest beef you can get from like the grocery store. No, it's not organic. No, it's not any of that. Do I prefer organic stuff? Absolutely. Like, but at the end of the day too, it's one of those things that it's like pick your battles, right? I'm doing 99% of the other things as good as I can, right? Like I'm taking care of stress. I'm hitting the big rocks. I'm supporting detoxification. I'm, sleeping really well, recovering well. Like you got to pick your battles. Like you can also be a person that just literally tries to control every single aspect of your life, like and overanalyzes, and that will ultimately cause you more stress. That's how I look at it. So meal 2, going down. Technically this is like meal 1 because I really haven't had like a meal. If you classify a shake and half an ounce of walnuts a meal, maybe for like a poverty-stricken child in fucking Africa, but it's not. Like this is how you make dieting though, like easier to some extent, right? Doing it this way, like if you were trying to get from like 20% down to 15%, this would be like a fucking cakewalk. Like there's no reason, number one, to do a protein sparing modified fast unless like you just want to, again, rip things off a little bit faster, like rip the Band-Aid off, but there's no reason you got to do it like this. Energy's still good. Like I'll eat this and then probably 30 minutes later before 2 o'clock, I'll have probably an energy drink just because like I enjoy having something to like sip on, and it also just keeps general hunger down overall. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this meal. Tons of nutrition, tons of flavor as well, and looking forward to it. So I'll catch you guys here in a bit once I go pick up my kids from daycare. And yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys. All right, we are headed to pick up the kids from daycare, which is something that I typically do Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays because my wife she works. She doesn't get home till like 5, so it's like 4 o'clock now. I'm actually gonna give a client a call really quick just because I saw where he gave me a call and I wasn't expecting it, so I want to hear what he has to say. Let's see what he says. Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm sorry to call you.
Yeah, I saw that you called, so I was like, shit, let me call John on my way to daycare.
Yeah.
What's up?
I started with some self-reflection and a hardcore diet yesterday.
Okay.
And so I've been just eating 2 shakes a day with fruits in them, and then carrots at night last night, and I'm probably gonna do that tonight too. And then I wanted to know what I can like start to reintroduce. I'm pretty low energy. I had a workout this morning too, and I'm trying to not fuck this up. So I'm just trying to call for advice.
Well, my first question would be like, are you like, do you know how much are you putting it in chrono?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
So yesterday I was up to 1,300.
Fuck, it's like nothing.
Calories. And it was mostly protein and carbs and only about 10 grams of fat.
Okay.
And then probably gonna hit that same target tonight, unless you tell me to have more.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a matter of, especially with the training. Here's the thing, like, it'll like going low fat for a period of time. It will definitely work. Like for a short period of time, is definitely like a good strategy in a sense.
Yeah.
But like you definitely don't want to run that like too long. Also, you just want to be aware of like, it's not like you're a fat ass anymore. You know what I mean? It's you're at a place where you can handle food better, and especially if you're trying to like still train hard and everything too.
Yeah, I know, but I've got this goal in my mind because I turned 40 in January.
Okay.
Of really trimming down and having a 6-pack by then.
Yeah, no.
I'm kind of tired of not getting there. So.
Oh yeah.
That's why I really cut the fat out over the past couple days. But I've also just been scared to eat anything.
Yeah. Well, that's
probably not a good idea.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, you gotta support your body. What I would say too, John, is like I think I might have mentioned this to you on the app. Just getting your like let's kind of see where your metabolism is in terms of like just overall thyroid, liver health. Like an easy way to see where that's all at is just doing your like waking body temps, and then post meal. Like you don't have to do this every day, obviously, that's kind of a pain in the ass, but like once or twice a week, just like waking up, putting your thermometer in your mouth, seeing where your waking temp is at, and then also 30 to 40 minutes after your first and second meal. At least your first meal would be good. That really gives me a good indicator of like, okay, cool, like what's going on under the hood, like kind of what do we need to to optimize, because like here's the thing, like even with what I'm doing right now, right, like I told you, I'm doing like 1,500 calories, pretty much mostly protein, low carbs, and like pretty minimal, I mean 45, 50 grams of fat a day, right? But that's not going to be something to where I'm doing that for like months and months. It's like I'm doing it for like 2 weeks, and then I'm going to start cycling in more carbohydrates into my, because like I'm getting leaner and leaner and leaner, and also part of that too is like just having a good sleep schedule, and the boring shit that people sometimes forget about.
Well, that's what I had my second call with the doctor.
Yep.
America.
Yep.
And she was like, you gotta fixing your sleep will fix a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah. 100%.
So I've been focused the past few days too on just even the weekend. I just kind of took advantage of just getting the right amount of sleep.
Yeah. No, that's huge. And I think with what you're doing like now, like so like 1,400 calories, like listen, that's fine. Like, but just know like we probably only want to run something like that for like a week. But like I think with where you're at, what could be really useful is as you are going through this week into next week, stuff like that, we could intentionally look at just adding things in like slowly and basically just building your calories up over the coming weeks. Just that way it's kind of like reversing you out of a low calorie state, but your body, if you're doing everything else correctly, you should be like it should still work really well. You know what I mean? So just continuously like, okay, cool, like 13, 1400 this week, next week we bring you up to like 15, 1600. Okay, cool. Like, and it's just like a stepping stone up. And ultimately, like, as long as sleep and things are, continue to be dialed in, like, I don't see a reason why like that, should be an issue at all,
I mean, to be honest, I feel like leaner already from the 2 days.
Yeah, good.
Like there's just, kind of like not leaner, but tightness.
Yeah.
I mean, more instead of flabbiness, if that's a good
100%. Yeah. No.
description.
Yeah.
So I like where I'm going. I just, when I'm a little worried about is I'm having 2 shakes and like, so that's soft food, right?
Right. That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah.
So that's in the morning, and then like for lunch I had cucumbers.
Yeah. Okay.
So what do I do for dinner?
Yeah. So.
Because it's so easy to get to 1,300.
Yeah. Exactly. So so you want to think when you're looking at protein, like, and I don't think you're on Instagram or anything like that, but I've been posting a lot of my meals on there. It's like, okay, cool. Like think about, I mean, a few things that I like to do personally that I've been doing myself is like, so I'll do like arugula, romaine kind of salad with 99% lean ground turkey on top, and then I'll put cucumbers, I'll put fat-free cheese, which is obviously a little bit of protein in there. I'll do a dressing that is a combination of a little bit of Greek yogurt. So half a serving of Greek yogurt, dude, is like protein and basically like 4 carbs, like a half a serving, which is crazy. So I'll do that, and then I'll do some. I mean, you can find at the grocery store like different variations, but there's a Thai. So I like peanut sauce. So there's like a Thai peanut sauce that's like a gram and a half of fat and 9 carbs, right? Like for a serving. So I'll do like a serving of that plus the Greek yogurt and a splash of like fat-free milk in a magic bullet, and I blend that up and I use that as my dressing on top, which tastes amazing. Like it's a little bit sweet, it's not overly sweet. So I use that as like a dressing right now, man. And like, I mean, again, I'm not that like far ahead of you in terms of like calories, right? So like, I mean, I think if you're hitting like 1,400 around there, 15, I mean, like you're literally in the same boat. But yeah, I think that's a really good strategy there to use that can taste good. And then I'll put stuff like I had a salad this afternoon with mushrooms also, additionally, like sauteed mushrooms, which is a nice, it's like these you don't need to track those things because like they're just filler, they're not going to really do much in terms of add calories, right? But just makes it taste much better, and it makes you more filled up, yeah. So experiment with dressings, man. Like, I mean, that's one thing that this like mini prep I'm going through has taught me. It's like I'm gonna start using Greek yogurt for like a lot of different like salad dressings and stuff, because like it's just such a hack, because it's protein and it's just like volume, and it makes things creamy.
It coats the salad the same way oil does.
Exactly. So, and again, for my fat, so for like my one meal a day, I do 96 4-ground beef, which is like very lean, still has some taste, and I put some sea salt on that, and then I'll put that on my salad too if I have another salad. So. So yeah, so like really simple stuff.
Like ground turkey, I hadn't bothered. I'll do that and then put on some arugula tonight.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's but yeah, try that dressing if you can, and it's.
Yeah, I am gonna try that. Yeah, that sounds good.
It's a game changer. Yeah. But I'll take a look at your chronometer over the next like few days just to see where you're doing, and then like next week, we can look at stepping up the calories and just making sure, obviously, you're giving me and letting me know about like your energy levels, your biofeedback, stuff like that. Just keep me in the loop on that.
Yeah, I've just been kind of moving slowly.
Yeah.
Like you said, just move slowly.
Yeah. But I mean, it's definitely not a place you want to stay in like too long. Like we want to, like, you can continue losing, like the focus on losing fat. We just have to be, I mean, intelligent about it. The main thing is, man, you just don't want to be like going like months and months, obviously, like super low calorie, right? So that's the biggest thing. So
Yeah, I mean, as you said, the data is really the most
100%.
important. And so when you don't track it, yeah.
Don't be low T, bro. Don't be low T.
Make everything taste better because it's all butter.
Oh yeah, butter, and dude, like I'm so guilty of eating like way too much. Like that's how. I mean, I literally, I get to like be like 15%, you know, and like that for me, that's like, it's kind of like, that's where I start to notice, like I start to put on some like around the love handles a little bit, you know, like a little bit lower belly, like when I'm having way too much, like I easily eat way too much fats. Like it's so easy, you know,
Yep.
from butter, steak.
For me too.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, anytime. Let me know
How's
if everything's good. I'm just, it's actually looks like it's ready to storm pretty bad here. So I'm just like about ready to pick up the kids. Everything's good though. Yeah, chilling, hanging out. Yeah, it's crazy seeing the kids grow, but yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, no, I know.
You can't be a fat dad, bro. You can't be a fat dad.
No, you can't. No.
It just makes life way worse.
Yeah, you got two.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, tell Casey I said hello.
To Kip's golf lesson today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but growing up, it's you know, you kind of start to, up your.
Oh yeah.
You've given enough time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Okay.
Tell Casey I said hello. Tell Kip I said hello.
Yeah, say hello to your wife and your two daughters.
Definitely, brother. You got it. See ya.
Bye.
So that was John, and John's made tremendous progress in terms of like his overall, like where he started from. He's another client. He's been with me for like several years. And I don't know if you heard it or not, but his goal is like before he turns 40 here soon, he wants to get a 6-pack. He's probably like right now, he's probably like upper teens, maybe 20%. Which to really see your abs, you probably want to be around anywhere between 13 and 15 to some extent, like a true 13 and 15 to 15. But yeah, great guy. You know, it's really just about locking in. And yeah, he was talking to me about, if you heard him, doing like a 1,300 calorie approach, and making it like pretty low fat. And I was like, that's fine. We may just have to change up your training a little bit for the time being. And also just, we want to have an exit strategy, right? Like you can't live on 1,300 calories and just having like shakes for months and months. I mean, you can, but you're not setting yourself up for success when it comes to body composition, when it comes to just overall health. So I was like, we got to have an exit strategy here, and we'll go from there. So anyways, I'm going to go pick up the kids. It's storming here. It's starting to rain. Get the kids, head home, start figuring out what we're going to have for dinner, get them changed. And then, yeah, I'll catch you guys here this evening, probably to sign off, give you my last remarks. But it's pretty much a day right now. Here on out, it's pretty much dad mode. Because we eat dinner, we get the kids ready for bed. And I sleep with my daughter now. Like I've been sleeping with her for the last probably 3 or 4 months, just because it's more efficient for me to instead of like patting her on the butt, waiting for her to go to sleep for like an hour, I just lay down with her, go to sleep. I get an extra hour of sleep. Obviously, I don't get to like really sleep in my own bed downstairs with my wife, but it's just kind of like the season of life that we're in. And yeah, so that's it. I'll catch you guys a little bit later, and I'll catch you guys then. All right, guys. Well, the day is pretty much over. We ate dinner. My wife is cleaning up like dinner like she always does. And yeah, I had a big salad, some ground turkey. This is kind of chaotic once the kids get out of daycare and everybody's home and all that stuff. So yeah, we're gonna put the kids to sleep. I ended the day around 1,550 calories. Like I said, literally the same exact meal as I had for lunch, but only instead of ground beef, I had ground turkey. So yeah, pretty straightforward. I mean, I'm looking pretty lean. Obviously, I still got work to do, but it's been a lot of progress in just a very short amount of time. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll have more updates as I go through this next 4 to 5 weeks for you guys, and appreciate you watching. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I'm always happy to answer. Stay tuned for more. See you later.